To understand why so many people are here to participate in a triathlon and to raise money for an organization called Pinky Swear, you have to understand where it started. Mitch was 9 years old when he told his parents of a small issue.
Well, it was June of 2002. We were sitting on our screen porch, and we noticed a bump on his knee. We figured, let's just get an x-ray and figure out what's going on. Well, that x-ray turned into them needing to do a full PET scan, and a phone call that I'll never forget from my wife saying, you know what, you better get down here. They wanted to take a biopsy, and as quick as they opened them up, they closed them up. Yeah.
What did they see?
Tumors.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
What it meant was a diagnosis that offered little time and even less hope.
They just said, what your son has is osteosarcoma bone cancer. He has it from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head. Without treatment, he'll be dead in 30 days. We can't save him. It's stage 4. There's nothing we can do.
Mitch's family, his parents and sister, went into a new mode. They began the process of chemotherapy and radiation. And they found out that people do care an awful lot.
You know, we would do our daily blogs. I mean, I can remember coming home from the hospital. We never left Mitch alone, ever. We never slept at the hospital alone. We were always there.
What transpired next changed a life and changed lives.
Just as we're sitting here right now, we could hear a family right next to us arguing about money and arguing about, what do you mean we can't afford Christmas gifts? What do you mean we can't do this? And Mitch is going, Dad, do you hear this? And it's like, buddy, it's none of our business. You know what? We have to just maintain as a family and worry about our own things. And he goes, nope. He said, we're gonna help them. He looked at me and he said, how much money do I have? I said, you've got about $6,000. And he said, where did I get it? I said, from people that love you. And he said, what can I do with that money? I said, what do you mean, what can you do with that money? He said, that's my money, right? Yep, it's your money. So I can give it away. Yep, you can do whatever you want. He said, when am I done with chemo? I said, tomorrow. And he said, I want to go to the bank when we're done. I want to get the money out and I want to give it away. And I said, whatever you want.
Then he gave that money to every patient and family he thought needed it, almost a secret Santa, filling needs and creating joy and helping people get through the rough days. Then he sat his dad down and told him he wanted to do it again.
And he said, Dad, promise me that we can do this next year. And I said, that's a big promise. And he said, I want to do this next year. And I said, you're not going to be here next year. And so he looked at me and he said, after I'm gone, give me a pinky swear that you'll do this.
Mitch did not get to see his 10th birthday, but Pinky Swear still lives. And it is doing exactly what Mitch wanted, to help.
The vision for Pinky Swear is that we help kids with cancer and their families wherever they are, to make a difference in their lives, to provide a bright light in really a dark time for these families that are in need.
For Lexi Murphy, it served as a support when she needed it most.
So I ended up having a tumor on the base of my skull that was the volume of a golf ball, but not the same shape. So it was pretty large because there's not any extra space in your head for anything else other than like your brain. And I had a very large mass in my skull.
She had lymphoma. The oldest of 4 children raised by a single mother, Pinky Swear stepped in a big way.
They really helped my family a lot because my mom's a single mom of 4. I'm the oldest of 4 children. And so they helped us out with rent 1 month, which was really nice because my mom couldn't work very much, you know. Yep. Single parent of 4, and then I'm in the hospital all the time. So that was really helpful for us, and it was in December, and so that helped my mom with like Christmas.
So they want this mission to be lived out, and they want people to understand through fundraisers like the triathlon that there are people that get it, that want to help.
We don't recognize kids that for how much how fast they run. We recognize kids on how much money they raise to help other kids. It's really about kids racing for kids who can't. We connect them with a family, an all-star family, to go out and help and raise money, and they're racing for a child that is sick, and really is great leverage. We have, last year in the Twin Cities, the kids alone here raised $600,000.
Nelson is himself a cancer survivor, a husband and father of 3. So he knows that life is not guaranteed, knows how it feels to be making a difference every day.
How would you summarize your time here?
Impactful, amazing, powerful.
When you see it up close. Huh?
Yep, seeing those families, seeing the difference that you're making in their lives, having some families come through and be survivors.
That's why it was important that Steve started it all, to honor his son and to give himself purpose in the process.
And all I care about is that when I die, hear me now, believe me later. I don't want my name on my headstone. I don't want anybody to know anything other than one simple thing. I want a real big headstone, and all I want it to say is, I kept my promise.
A promise that is being kept by thousands of people, now nationally, in so many different ways.
We've had families that have been to the point that they had everything covered, but they couldn't cover the headstone for their child, and we have paid for that. We've done carpeting, a variety of different things to get them through a really, really challenging time.
So that when it's over for those that ran the race, they will know, like Mitch, that they didn't waste their time on earth, that they made it better.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Lifetouch, photography for a lifetime.